I used to have a joke about this. And this is the true story that one of my teachers thought I had a kid, and it kind of got sprung on me. And
the kid?
Yeah. So
if you did have a kid when you were in college, you'd be 27 right now.
This is very funny. So you met him this week, the guy with all the tattoos. He looks like, he's my college roommate for 4 years. And he's a very good artist, and we had an art history class together, and it was our senior year. So we're in a form where it's like we should know everyone in the class. It's like a senior level art history class, and it's a new teacher. It's Miss Williams. We never had her before, and it's like, okay. So she had this like icebreaker where we just like, she goes, all right, turn to your neighbor, talk to him for 5 minutes, and then you're gonna introduce your neighbor. Well, I turned to my neighbor. It's my freaking roommate. I literally walked there with him, So I was like, Jake, we'll just make some shit up. So I get up first, and I was like, all right, this is Jake. He likes long walks on the beach. He cries at the Notebook. He likes candlelight dinners. Everyone laughs because they know that's not who Jake is. Because he's got a face tattoo. Like, he's not, he's not, that's not who Jake is.
Jake's been to prison.
Yeah. So that's not who Jake is. And then Jake stands up, and he has to top that now. He has to one-up it. He goes, oh, this is Judd. He has a small child. Her name's Catherine. He's a great father. And everyone laughs because they know I don't have the kid. And about a week goes on, and we forget that we even did that silly joke just for the class. And Miss Williams goes, hey, Judd, can I see you after class? And I was like, sure. And everyone goes, oh, what did you do? I was like, oh, shit. And she goes, everyone leaves. And she goes, first off, I'm so proud that you are a father and getting your education. And if you ever need anything, let me know. If you need to not be there for class because you have to be with the kid, I'll give you an A for the day. Don't worry about the homework. I'm just so proud of you being a father and being in your education. And I could have nipped this in the bud at the time, but I said, yeah, it's great.
Fuck yeah!
That's good. That's where I was hoping you would with it.
Somebody say yeah.
This is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, 8 a.m. This is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. class.
Did you ever go?
And we had this thing called Thirsty Thursdays on Thursday night.
Kids got daycare on Thursdays.
Which I don't know if you know what Thirsty Thursdays hate the most. 8 a.m. Friday classes. And so what I used to do on Thursday nights when I knew we were going to go drinking is I would
drop the kid off at his
4 a.m.
mom's.
I would in my drafts I would make an email that said, the mom already left for work and the kid's sick. I'm going to stay home tonight. And then I would set my alarm for 6:30 something a.m. on Friday morning. And I would just hit enter and not go to the class. And I got an A. I never got anything was wrong with it. And
did you do the same email every week, or did you mix it up?
I would mix it up, and I would mix up the times too. 4 a.m. I'm like, oh, kid's puking. I'm up right now.
Every Friday, your kid was just ill.
Well, yeah, I would sometimes Wednesdays, But it really when it backfired was
it comes back
when it backfired was I went to one of the classes on one of the days, and she goes, if you guys want extra credit, I'm having an art gallery showing on campus. You can go, and if you write a paper, if you take video, if you take pictures, or do anything for the showing, I will give you extra credit. And I was also taking a video editing class at the time, and I was like, shit, I need to do a project for video editing. I'll take a video of this, and I'll get an A. And I can just put that one, get extra credit, and get my assignment done. Perfect. And then we go there, and the thing about art gallery showings is they had this thing on campus where they had a lot of the professors had to go to 6 of them a year, and 6 events a year. They could pick whatever you want, and a lot of people at the art gallery show because free wine, free cheese, and all this other stuff. Go to that one.
Charcuterie board.
So the students,
Charcuterie.
Oh, they said sharp coochie.
The charcuterie board.
He wouldn't have passed our test.
So there was a bunch of students there. There's a bunch of like professors. My coach was there because they have to go to like student events sometimes too, and they always go to the ones that have free booze. I remember my advisor was there for some reason. It was a weird match, and I'm like recording all this, and then she takes a Q&A session, and people start asking her questions. Hey, Miss Williams, what really inspires your art? And she looks at everything, and she goes, probably my kids. Judd, you know what I'm talking about since you be a father. And, my kids. And she keeps going, but everyone has now turned to me. And I'm going to tell you right now, Jake is dying laughing. He has tears in his eyes. And a lot of people are like, Judd doesn't have a kid. But then like, a few people are like, does Judd have a kid? And then like, it was very weird. So then I remember like just a email from my professor, from my advisor, said I need to meet you tomorrow and we need to talk about some things, which is never good. No. So then she was like,
"You knew who your advisor was in college?"
Yeah, because I also worked for that department for a little bit, so that's how it it worked. But she was like, "So we should talk about this kid," and I can't lie to my advisor that I'm lying to my teacher about a kid to get an A, to graduate and be on the dean's list and all this stuff. So I lied to my advisor. And I was like, yeah, I don't like to talk about it, this and that. And she bought it and this and that. And I don't know if you've ever... Also before that, I had to go to like the FedEx store and print off pictures of a random girl I found on Google to put in my wallet.
That's so good.
Be like, don't ask questions. Cut it out in the wallet size. Need to put this in there. And so then, end of the semester, I got an A. Everything was great. I will never see Miss Williams ever again. And so now I have to go back for a follow-up with my advisor to like, hey, you ready to graduate? You ready to do all this stuff? And I knew she was going to bring up the kid. And how I got away with it was... She goes, so what about the kid? And how do you have a future? I was like, ooh, it's a sore subject.
Don't.
I love the child, and I will always hope for the best for them. But we had a paternity test, and it turns out that it wasn't mine. So we have parted ways since then.
Oh, I thought you were going to kill off the kid.
I thought you killed the kid, yeah.
Well, that's how you
get rid of
paternity
test is the same thing.
It's like basically a safe play to get rid of an invisible kid.
What the fuck? Yeah. What did she say back to that?
She bought it, yeah, for sure. She never brought it up ever again. Yeah.
And that, my friends, is how Judd got into comedy. This has been the Fat Chance Podcast. We're out of here. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a true story.